What is up, everyone? So, welcome to another episode of Hashtag Religion. So, today we are going to talk about the different concepts in gender and religion and how these concepts promote the patriarchal mentality. So, I am one of your hosts, Lance Meco, for this podcast. So, there are a lot of examples over the years. For example, we have the representations, the polygamy culture existing in different religions. So, it really goes to show that our religion or the religion in general has proliferated the concept of patriarchy. Most of the priests and pastors in church are men and konti lang talaga yung mga babae na nag-hold ng leadership positions. So I am also with Jacinth Benita to discuss some of the concepts and examples in this topic. Jace, are you there?
Yes, Lan. So I agree with what you said, no, na I don't know if you guys noticed nga, despite na obvious siya, but most religious leader are composed of men, sabi mga kanina, and in my church, leaders are called elders. And church elders are also composed of men. With this pattern, we can see an imbalance in terms of gender representation. And I think that's something that we need to recognize if we're going to tackle gender and religion. Actually, the other day, I read an article about a Vatican priest, Father Roy Burgwise. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but this priest was condemned by his fellow priests and was suspended for attending an invalid ordination of a woman. So Catholic leaders defended their action by stating that this is directly quoted from the article. Ha. The Catechism of the Catholic Church states that only men can receive holy orders because Jesus chose men as his apostles. So this principle or this example highlights the patriarchal mentality that revolves around religion, the belief that you're above women because you represent the maleness of God is something that we need to discredit or to debunk for the sake of gender equality. And as a woman myself, this is something that I really disagree with.
Yeah. You mentioned, Jace, the gender imbalances in terms of representations in the leadership positions. We should not also forget the another side naman, the polygamy culture existing in different religion. According to researches, it is difficult to say whether polygamy is increasing or decreasing, but it remains a significant and widespread phenomenon. So, nabasa ko rin, no, Jace, na this has been an old issue and totoo naman, hindi na ito bago. So, kung
Mm-hmm.
sinasabi rin dito sa ating research na yes, there is also a polyandry and there's also a polygamy. So the difference between the two is polyandry, yun yung sa babae or women having more than one husband, yung sa lalaki naman, yung polygyny. Researchers said that male polygyny is more evident than
Mm-hmm.
female polyandry because yun nga I guess it's not a new idea naman sa atin na there are certain religions that nagpa-practice talaga nito, and we really see the gender imbalance here. Sobrang
Mm-hmm.
nakikita natin kung gaano katalo yung mga kababaihan dito kasi hindi nila nare-receive yung ganong klaseng kalayaan, ganong klaseng karapatan katulad ng mga lalaki. If a lot of women have already suffered from these patriarchies, from these gender imbalances, bakit pa natin nahayaan na may mga babaeng magsasuffer ulit ng ganito? We should learn from the system,
Mm-hmm.
from the experiences. As we grow, as the world grows, kailangan nag-grow din yung sistema natin.
Yes, I agree, Lance. Although we are aware naman na may mga certain standards pa din naman siguro yung mga religious para dun sa pag-follow ng polygamy, may mga sinusunod pa ding parang protocol. But yeah, I agree with what you said na if you're going to look at it in the context of gender equality, parang mapapatanong ka, why do women not allowed to marry multiple men as men are allowed to marry multiple women?
Yeah, so I hope that there will be more discussions about these kasi I know it's not a new issue anymore sa ating lahat, pero kasi I believe, Jace, we cannot achieve gender equality as long these oppressions or marginalizations against
Yep.
women are happening. And it's very alarming. It raises a critical alarm sa ating lahat kasi religion is a very powerful structure. It is highly influential. There is a tendency kasi na kung ano yung nare-representa sa isang relihiyon, yun din yung paniniwalaan mo kasi sometimes it's the basis of what is right and wrong, it becomes your moral compass. So I hope no na what we would like to impart to our listeners today is that we hold this certain power to change and
Yeah.
raise
Mm-mm.
questions about these systems, about these beliefs.
To be clear lang, we're not saying naman that women are completely being ignored in religion, but I think the world can improve our roles inside the church beyond, being just a pastor's wife, a singer in a choir, a mother that looks after a child, and other stereotypical description for a religious woman. And along with those obligations to obey and to follow orders, to exercise your faith, hindi dapat natin pabayaan yung freedom natin to ask questions and stand against injustices.
Okay, thank you, Jace. And since we're talking about the gender imbalances na rin in the context of religion, let's move forward with another discussion naman from our fellow students, Bernard and Rona May. Hi guys, take it away.
So maraming salamat Lance at JC sa isang fruitful discussion ninyo tungkol sa patriarchy no, at sa gender equality. Ngayon i-discuss namin ni Ron na itong isang sensitibong topic pero hindi na bago sa atin, which is itong same-sex marriage. Well, alam naman na nating lahat to, same-sex marriage ay union of two persons of the same gender. Patagal na itong pinaglalaban ng LGBTQ community. Sa katunayan, 2006 pa lang, tatlong anti-same-sex marriage bills ang ipinanukala sa Senado at Kongreso, saying that these are forbidden marriages. 2015 naman, sinubukang sundan ng Pilipinas yung Ireland sa pag-legalize ng same-sex marriage. Pero in-post agad to ng Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines dahil ika nga nila, kahit equality for all ang main idea nito, CBCP mentioned that falling for the same sex is wrong. Ngayon, tanggapin ang same-sex marriage, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Well, alam naman natin na majority ng mga nakatira dito sa Pilipinas ay mga Katoliko at siguro it is safe to assume na yung mga nakaupo sa gobyerno, hindi naman lahat ay mga Katoliko. So even though mayroong separation of church and state, subconsciously, nasusundan pa din nila yung beliefs nila in terms of religion. For example, yung 2014, Herminio Coloma Jr., spokesperson ng Presidential Palace, commented on same-sex marriage, saying, "We must respect the rights of individuals to enter into such partnerships as part of their human rights. But we just need to wait for the proposals in Congress." Di ba? Parang siya, sumasang-ayon na siya sa part na yun, pero still, kailangan pa rin ng maayos na proseso. So, ayun, Ronald Nogales, yung kasama ko, will discuss now the religious views in terms of same-sex marriage. Rona?
Okay, thank you Bernard sa iyong discussion. Nako, ngayon pag-usapan naman natin ang pananaw ng Catholic Church tungkol sa same-sex marriage, kabilang na dito ang Pilipinas. Nako, ina-acknowledge naman talaga ng simbahan ng LGBT community. Ngunit dahil hindi nito sinusuportahan ang same-sex union, dahil ito ay taliwas doon sa teolohiya ng simbahan, lalo na at alam naman natin na sagrado ang kasal, okay? Disclaimer lang, hindi ito pangkalahatan dahil marami ng mga bansa na nag-legalize ng same-sex marriage katulad ng Spain. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman kinokondena ng simbahan ng isang tao dahil sa kanyang kasarian. Dahil mahalagang ipunto dito is sa mata ng Diyos, kung ano man ang kasarian mo, ito ay hindi kasalanan sapagkat hindi naman ikaw ang pumili ng iyong sexual orientation nung ikaw ay pinanganak. Maraming dahilan din kung bakit isa pa ring dagok sa Pilipinas ang pagsasabatas o ang pagtanggap ng same-sex marriage dahil marami sa mga Pilipino ang hindi nauunawaan pa rin na ang kasal ay culturally universal. Kaya naman dapat tayong mga Pilipino is maging realistic. Buksan natin yung isipan natin at pakinggan din yung sinasabi ng iba. Katulad na lang ng Spain, sinabi ko kanina na nag-legalize na rin ng same-sex marriage. Ang Spain, predominantly Catholic din sila katulad natin, pero sila, kinikilala nila ang karapatan ng lahat kasama ang LGBT plus community. Ngayon, bakit nga ba dapat tanggapin ang same-sex marriage? Bagamat maraming dahilan kung bakit maraming nahihirapan na tanggapin ito, mahalagang maunawaan natin na ang bawat isa sa atin ay may kanya-kanya at sariling kagustuhan din. Ang pagtanggap ay kasama ng pangunawa ng LGBT community ay hindi problema ng lipunan dahil lamang sa iba yung kanilang gusto o humihingi sila ng karapatan na sa tingin nila para din naman sa kanila, tulad ng marriage. And speaking of marriage, in fact, the only thing should matter in marriage is love. Okay, no matter what gender you choose to be. And you know what? God doesn't reject or condemn LGBT individual kasi He consider and endures every person, that person, um, with love.
Pero dapat, dapat naman talagang tanggapin ng same-sex marriage. Kasi, pinaka-importanting rason sa lahat, yung it doesn't hurt society or anyone in particular. Wala namang natatapakan tao yan. Sige, kasal sila, meron bang nasaktan? Meron bang, meron pa sila nasaktan na sobrang lala? Wala naman. So, I think, yun lang soul, ano yan. Tsaka, sabi nga ni Rona kanina, the only thing that should matter in marriage is love.
Thank you very much, Bernard and Rona, for that very insightful discussion. Totoo yung sinabi ninyo na sana talaga in the near future we will achieve gender equality for our homosexuals or for our homosexual friends. Kasi hanggat hindi natin na-achieve yung mga ganitong klaseng pagbabago sa ating lipunan, hindi mananalo ang gender equality. We are very far from achieving this, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. And I guess to synthesize everything, guys, as I have said kanina, you can be faithful by being progressive. And don't forget that obedience is not equated to tolerance. So that would be all. And thank you for listening to Hashtag Religion.